Good morning, all the students of fourth standard, and we are learning here ninth lesson of history, that is Pratapgarh makes history. This lesson we are learning, and of this lesson, some points we have studied. Adil Shah perturbed. This point we have studied page number 32. Next point, that is Khan. The Khan accepts the challenge. This point is going on. Khan accepts the challenge. The Khan accepted the challenge and picked up the betel leaf from the salvers as a mark of acceptance. Afzal Khan, he accepted the challenge. He accepted the challenge, and by accepting the challenge, he left, or he picked up one betel leaf from the salver as he had accepted the challenge, or that what are the competition is there, or what are that campaign is there. He had accept the campaigns. Shivaji, when he left the betel leaf, by lifting, he said that Shivaji, who is Shivaji? Means he was too much boastful, strong, powerful, and overconfidence on his strength, on his might, on his power. So he said that Shivaji, who is Shivaji? He said, I shall arrest him and bring him here, or if that is not possible, I shall bring his dead body. Then what did he say? That I shall arrest him, I shall bring him here. If that is not possible for me, then I shall bring his dead body here. Such type of sentence Afzal Khan, he explained, or he gave them. This much he was boastful or powerful that he said that Shivaji, who is Shivaji, I shall arrest him, and after arresting, I shall bring him here. And if that is not possible for me, then I shall bring his dead body here. Afzal Khan was one of the most mightiest Sardar at the court of Bijapur, and Afzal Khan was also not an ordinary Sardar at the Bijapur court. He was an extraordinary Sardar from Bijapur court. His physical powers and strength were unbelievable. His physical power, his strength, his might was unbelievable. He was one of the most strongest Sardar, powerful. He had more power like an elephant. Unbelievable. He could bend a crowbar with his bare hand. Iron bars are there. That crowbars he can bend with his bare hand, with his empty hand. That much might or the power he had. So this situation was there at the time with the Afzal Khan, and he was a past master in achieving his end by any unavailable means. That he was a master that in his skill, and he can end the situations by using whatever the available means are there, supported things are there. On the basis of his supported things, he can achieve the target. If there is lackness is there in his things there, supporting things, in that situation also he can achieve the target. This Afzal Khan had accepted the challenge of bringing Shivaji to the court, dead or alive. So in this way, Afzal Khan, he had accepted this challenge to bring Shivaji Maharaj at the Bijapur courts, to bring Shivaji dead or alive. The court was highly pleased when Afzal Khan had accepted the challenge. After that, the court of Bijapur had highly pleased. They felt very happy when they realized that, when they see that Afzal Khan had accepted the challenge to bring Shivaji Maharaj here. Okay. So they were highly pleased with this. The next one, point here, if you see, then everybody thought that it was the end of the Shivaji Maharaj. Each and everybody thought that it was an end of the Shivaji's life there, and that would be brought to Bijapur either alive or dead. And end of the Shivaji's life, along with that, he would be means here and Bijapur court, that is dead or alive. And Afzal Khan definitely will bring Shivaji here and the Bijapur court, either the dead or alive. Afzal Khan left Bijapur in a great pomp. That Afzal Khan, when he had left from Bijapur, that time he left from Bijapur with a great pomp or joy. So he left the court with a great pomp, means with a great happiness and with a great powers might there, by doing too much exaggerations, too much overconfidence, making the shows that he was going to catch Shivaji. He was accompanied by a huge, fully equipped for battles army, which was fully equipped for battle. He was not went toward the Swaraj singly. He went with a huge army, and the army which was fully equipped by war equipment, all kind of war materials they were with themselves. So with such type of war materials, they marched toward the Swaraj, or they marched toward the Shivaji there by all the means of equipments, war equipments. He was previously the Subedar of Vai for the 12 years, and Afzal Khan, he was not first time he was not coming toward the Swaraj there or toward the Maharashtra. Previously also he had here, and he had the Sardar of 12 years. Vai region, he looked after the Vai region, and he was Sardar of Vai for the past 12 years. So he knew this region or the area very well. That if someone knew that area or the region very well, then that man can handle the situation properly. He knew all the tactics, he knew all the geographic condition features, and the best way for the battles, secret moves, paths, everything. So he was a Sardar of that Vai region, so he knew the country very well. He marched on the Maharashtra full of pride and confident of success. So when he was coming toward the Maharashtra, he marched toward the Maharashtra with the full of confidence and success. He knew that he will be succeeded in his attempt. Whatever the task he had accepted, he knew that he would complete his task, that he performed there properly. That definitely or surely he will get success in his attempt. So next point, that is Swaraj in danger. Now, at this time Shivaji was at Raigad when Afzal Khan was marching toward the Swaraj. At that time Shivaji Maharaj on the Rajgarh fort there was on the Rajgarh. He got the news that Afzal Khan was moving, and he got the news of Afzal Khan's movements also there. Afzal Khan was moving toward the Swaraj, and he realized his movements with his secret spies there. He immediately saw that the Swaraj was in danger, and Shivaji Maharaj realized that if Afzal Khan was marching, and if he would come toward the Rajgarh, then definitely our Swaraj, it would be in a dangerous situation there. But he did not lose his courage. The most important is that we should not lose our courage. That whenever we are in difficult situation, at that time also we should be brave, we should be strong, we should be able to determine ourselves for the counter move, for the counter attack, by using our brain, by using our skill, our power, our strength. So he did not lose his courage. He became more again strong. He used his all the skills, tactics, this. He knew that the Khan was full of strength. Shivaji Maharaj knew that Afzal Khan, he was coming toward the Swaraj, means he was not coming singly with a limited army. He was full of strength of armies with all kind of war equipments or the materials. With a huge army was coming, and Shivaji's kingdom was very small in comparison of Afzal Khan's army. And if we compare the two things, two armies, Shivaji's army and Afzal Khan's army, then there was a lot of difference between the Shivaji Maharaj army and Afzal Khan army. For example, I will give here one example you can realize. For example, we can see that I have two keys. I think you know where you can see properly. This one is key and this one is small key. For example, this is Afzal Khan's army and this is Shivaji Maharaj's army. So Shivaji Maharaj realized the difference between the Afzal Khan's army and the Shivaji Maharaj's army. He was not that much strong or able to defend face to face with Afzal Khan with his limited or the small army there. He could see that he could never hold his own in open battle against the Khan. You know that he could not hold against Afzal Khan in the open battlefield because the strength and the number of army is so much limited of Shivaji Maharaj and income of Afzal Khan's there is unlimited there. His only hope was in some strategic move that would take the Khans by surprise. So only one way is remain in front of the Shivaji Maharaj, that is strategic move, which can bring to Afzal Khan in a surprise situation. So in the consultations with the Jijabai, so Shivaji Maharaj discussed the situation with the Jijamata, mother of Shivaji Maharaj, and by the discussions with her blessings, Shivaji Maharaj shifted his headquarters from Rajgarh toward the Pratapgarh. So he had shifted his headquarters. Previously he was living at Rajgarh, the capital city of the Rajgarh. He shifted from Rajgarh toward the Pratapgarh now. Why? For the strategic movement, for the surprise of Afzal. It is surprise for Afzal. Okay, so today we'll stop here. When we come tomorrow, then tomorrow we'll come with the next point. Thank you very much. Bye.